Okay, you could throw that down just so you could talk into it. You hearing me?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome back, everyone, as I am here now with a player profile, Howland Lady Tigers, Alyssa Massucci. As part of the big three, we finally get her on Running Point and on ysnlive.com. First question I got to ask you, too. With this team this year, just talk to me about the playing experience with playing with players like Alyssa Pompelia and just girls like that that are so effective in scoring, and just talk to me about the overall experience you've had with the team this year.
It's been great. They always include me, and I feel that they give me a lot of confidence in playing and being able to contribute to the team.
Looking at Coach Pounds, it's his second year coaching, so you've been with him for a good majority of his tenure here. Talk to me about his coaching style and what he does as far as making this team gel and making them really come together as a team.
He's very positive, and he always wants what's best for us. And he loves when we play as a team, and I think that's going to help us finish the season.
Talking about some of the games that you've played in and so far in your early Howland Lady Tigers basketball memories, what have been some that have stood out to you? Talk to me about some stories of just some of your favorite early Tiger memories, too, or maybe even some early basketball memories if you want to go that far back.
We played Canfield in the 7th grade championship, and that was a really good experience, and till this day we still love playing them. And I think they're a really good competition, especially with everyone else in the AAC.
Looking over at Canfield, too, I mean, I know you guys don't want to look ahead with this game going on tonight, but you guys pulled off a victory, too, against Canfield early on in the season. Talk to me about the atmosphere of that game and what it was like, too. And now that you guys are down the stretch in contention for another AAC championship, what does it mean to you as being a younger player to be so involved with a competitive team this early on?
It means a lot, and I love to contribute in any way that I can. And I feel that we need to worry about this game first, but after this game, we're going to try our best, and I think we can do it as long as we play good as a team.
Talking about your competitive nature, too, I mean, I got to figure with the other Massucci that's in that household, too, and what he's been able to do on the basketball court, there's some competition. Talk to me, is there some in-house competition? And I'm sure there's been so many basketball games that have gone on in the driveway late at night, too.
He's taught me a lot, and especially my older brother, Michael. They've taught me everything I know about basketball, and I really got their work ethic, and I think that helps me a lot.
With it being National Girls and Women in Sports Day, obviously a monumental day for the number of women's athletics that have gone on over the years and just the growth we've seen in the last decade. Talk to me a little bit about what are some women athletes or athletes in women's sports that have inspired you, or even maybe some local athletes that you've watched or looked up to that have inspired you to play sports and that you kind of look up to as role models?
With playing 3 sports, it's hard to watch professional basketball, but I've watched my brothers throughout the years, and I have modeled my game through them, and I think that's helped me a lot.
And looking at this overall, too, just talk to me about where did the love for sports first come in? When did you first find yourself? What was the first sport, actually, that you got involved in? And when did you first find this kind of love for saying, hey, I really like doing this and continuing it?
I started playing basketball and softball. Those were my main sports. And, again, my brothers played baseball, and they played basketball, so that's how I started playing sports.
Talk about the little bit of, I mean, with all these sports that are going on, you got to have some good family support. You got to have great support at home. Talk to me about how big your parents have played in as a role in this sports adventure that you guys have gone on to, and what has their support meant to you as a player over the years?
It has meant so much to me, and especially my grandpa. He always keeps stats for me every single game since I was little. And I wouldn't be the person and player I am today without them.
I can't imagine, too, your grandpa keeping all those stats, too. So you can
you
can look back years from now, like even like 5 years from now, and see what you did in like a softball game. Or
yes, he loves it.
Talk about like that. That's such a cool factor that your grandpa is so involved with that. Has that been like a relationship that you, a close relationship that you've?
He comes to all my games. He would come to my softball games at 7 a.m. We would leave for tournaments, and he's always there.
Did he participate in sports? I gotta imagine.
Yes, yes.
Baseball player, heavy baseball player. I can imagine. Talk to me about too, like the sports that you play. With being a 3-sport athlete, out of all of them, Let's go softball to basketball with this, because I know you
Okay.
mentioned these two a lot. Home run, big game winning three. Walk-off home run, game winning three. What would be cooler moment?
I think they
For you.
would both be amazing. Everyone asks me what's my favorite sport, and I just say the season it is. I love playing.
You're just
yeah.
a sports nut all around. Looking at too the Howland community and the support that you guys seem to constantly get. Your student section is phenomenal too,
Yes.
for boys and girls games. When you have that kind of student support, talk to me about how that energizes you and feeds off of your energy too to get wins at home.
I think it gives us a lot of confidence, and with all the support, it's just amazing.
Looking at your school a little bit now and just going on to the academic side, what have been some of your favorite classes and favorite teachers that you've had along the way as well?
I've liked all courses and teachers. They've all had a big impact on my life.
Overall too, and what Coach Pounds has been able to teach you too, outside of the basketball realm, outside of the X's and O's and how to shoot the jumpers and where to shoot and obviously all that, what are some life lessons that you've taken away from Coach Pounds, and what are some, insider things that he's been able to teach you as a person, and just like I said, those life lessons, I guess?
He's taught us to always be positive and play as a team. Even when we get a job someday, we're going to have to work as a team and be positive.
And overall, what are just some things that, I guess, your favorite hobbies outside of sports? I can't imagine you have a whole lot of time, but what are some of Alyssa Massucci's go-to hobbies?
Family and friends.
Just spending time with them, unwinding. I'm sure you need it after all the sports and all the time
Yes.
you put into that. Alyssa, thank you so much for joining us and just giving us a little bit of a player profile for you.
Thank you for having me.
This Lady Tigers seems exciting, and we're excited to get to continue covering you guys and see how far you guys can go.
Thank you.
Thank you.